Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing part 2 of my USA haul, which is going to include makeup and some accessories and a couple of miscellaneous items that I picked up that I want to talk about because I really like. I'm just going to start out with my favorite category. This is probably what I bought the most of, if I'm going to be honest with myself, and that is lipsticks. There's some shades in here that I think have become like my holy grail lipsticks. To begin with, we have Bow and Arrow, and this one is such a winner. Like, honestly, I wasn't sure if I should buy this because I was like, do I need another nudie color? And yes, I did. This is so gorgeous. I would say it's like, if you look, it's this first swatch here. It has a grayish, more muted kind of neutral undertone, so it's not like a pinky nude. I would say this is more of a taupey brownie nude. I do think that this one tends to look better on lighter skin though. And this is by Kat Von D. This is a full-size version, and the next two Kat Von Ds I'm about to show you are mini versions that I got in like a sample pack from Sephora. They're the two Lolitas that Kat Von D has come out with. This is just the one I happened to grab first. This is Lolita 2, which is described as a terracotta nude. It looks like a burnt orange kind of nude with a slight pink undertone. This is a really pretty color, but I do prefer the original Lolita, and that is more of a dark browny pink. So it's really, really nice, and this is a great neutral. It's like a little bit dark even on my skin, so I think it would look really great on all skin types. Now we're going into the Lime Crimes that I picked up. So the first one I got is Lime Crimes Riot Velveteen. Really, really similar to Kat Von D's Lolita 2. I would say that it's just a little bit darker and a little bit more red. This next Velveteen I'm wearing on my lips today, this is Lime Crimes Shroom. It's a light brown color. It's really, really pretty. I just think it's the perfect nude on my skin tone. It's honestly super, super wearable, which I didn't think it would be, but I absolutely love this color. It might be my favorite Lime Crime. I've worn this more times than I can count. The next one here is Pansy by Lime Crime, and that is just a super vivid orchid purple. It's definitely more purple than Utopia if you have that one for comparison. And the next is an eyeliner that I got from Lime Crime. This is Orchidaceous. It's very similar to Pansy. It's just a little bit more like a muted lilac. This one doesn't smudge as much as the black one either. Last but not least, we have Max Stone, and I bought this with the intention of making it like a everyday lip. It's just really, really beautiful. It's super grayish brown, and that's like the best way I can describe it. It's like grey brown, and it's really matte and just so beautiful. And I'm really mad about how much cheaper MAC is in the United States. Fuck you, MAC, for making it so expensive in Australia. This is actually my very first MAC item that I've ever bought. This lipstick in the States was, I think, $17, and in Australia it's like 30 something. So I don't think it's worth it, but if I run out of this, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna repurchase it here. This makeup brush that Sigma sent me has replaced all like my normal face makeup brush. I use this to put on my foundation and to blend in concealer. This is just like my one-stop shop for face brush, and I think this one is the F80 Flat Kabuki. I find that it doesn't take as much product inside the brush, if that makes sense. Like, it kind of stays here and you just like buff it into your skin. Next we'll go into some face products. So I picked up 2 of the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealers. I got one in the shade Creamy Beige, and this one I use for, you know, like under the eyes and the bridge of the nose. It's a really good color for like highlighting and just concealing. So this is a good shade for my skin. And then I got the color Toast, and this one I use for contouring, and it's really fun to play with, but it is a little bit intense when I'm pale. But right now it's perfect because I have a little bit of a tan. This next concealer I got because I wanted to try some more MAC because I'd never buy it here. This is so stupidly expensive. I got this one in the States for like $22. There's 9 mils in here, which is actually a really large amount of product. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I got it in the shade NC30, and this is really great for highlighting under the eyes as well. And this concealer is super thick, so I don't wear it every day, but if I want like a really intense made up look, I'll wear this. And it's, yeah, full coverage. coverage, that's for sure. This next product, I think I would have liked so much more if it was in my shade. It's the Makeup Forever Face and Body Foundation. I really wanted to try like a lighter foundation because like my skin isn't really that blemished. I just want to basically color correct the whole thing and make my whole face the same shade. The girl in Sephora color matched me and it was kind of like dim lighting in the store, and at the time I thought it looked, you know, perfectly fine, and I was like, yeah, that color looks right. So I went ahead and bought it. This is like the day that I was getting on my flight to come home, so I didn't have a chance to try it on my face, like full face of makeup, before I left the country. So I didn't realize that this is definitely not my shade until I got home to Australia. So I can't return it or exchange it or anything like that, which is kind of annoying. Basically, she gave me the color 2 and it's way too pink. It's so pink. I don't know why she thought that it would suit my skin tone, but she lied. So I really want to use this still because I think the formula is quite nice. So I've been mixing it with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, which is very yellow based. So together they kind of make a base that is more my skin color. So I'm still going to use this. I'm just going to mix it with some yellow based concealers or foundations. I have 2 blushes, this one and this one. I'll talk about my Clinique one first because I think it's so pretty. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop and this color is 07 Cola Pop. It looks really scary in the pan, right? Because it's so dark. It applies so well. It just gives you like a really nice, more reddish flush rather than a pinkish flush. And I don't have anything like this, so that's why I wanted to pick it up. Don't have to be too careful with it. It definitely won't make your face red or anything like that. The second blush is one that Sigma sent me, and this is the powder blush in the color Mellow. And this is straight up the blush that I used the most in the last 6 months. I think I would have worn it at least 50% of the days that I wore makeup. It's a nudie blush. It's so natural. I think that it's just so easy to wear with any kind of makeup look. I absolutely love this blush and everyone I've showed has loved it as well, so definitely worth looking at. This color is Mellow. And this product is like an interesting one. I bought it to use with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. So like basically my dip brow still had a lot of product in it, but it was drying up real quick. So I read online somewhere that you can use this. A couple drops in it will like turn the whole thing brand new. So I was like, well, instead of getting another dip brow, why don't I just buy one of these, which was $10 from Inglot. It's called the Duraline. Yeah, it turned my dip brow brand new. I would highly recommend this if you have gel products, or I've even seen people just mix it with powder to make like an eyeliner, and it's, yeah, I'm just really fascinated by this. I wanted to get a facial moisturizer while I was there, so I picked up the Clinique Moisture Surge. This is just a tiny little sample size, but honestly, it's lasted me quite a while. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief. Like a gel kind of formula, so it sinks right into your skin. Alright, so I think that concludes all of the makeup that I had, but I do have some miscellaneous items that I would like to talk about. Firstly, this is kind of random and you can't really buy this, but I wanted to show you anyway because I'm really, really proud of it. This is a bowl that I made in my ceramics class. It's just got a really beautiful glaze on it, and this was raccoon fired, and it just turned out so awesome. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I really like this bowl and I've been using it to hold some like miscellaneous makeup items. It's not exactly food safe, but I mean, it's beautiful. This is a little choker that I made in my jewelry class. This is made from brass. Another jewelry item I have are these earrings that I bought from Forever 21. They were like $3 or $4 and they're just great hoop earrings. If you follow me on Instagram or if you know me at all, you know that I'm like the biggest sucker for hoop earrings. Perfect little babies to add to the collection. I'm just grabbing these things randomly now. This is the one and only argan oil hair treatment. I had the Moroccan argan oil and I think I've spoken about that before, and that bottle ran out. It did last me a really ridiculously long time, like something like 2 years. I decided to try a different brand. This is, yeah, the one and only brand, and I think this is slightly cheaper than the Moroccan oil. I've used this for a couple months now and I can safely say that they both do exactly the same thing. It's just that this one's packaging is not as useful. Like, it doesn't have the pump, so I do have to open the lid and like put it on my hand real quick, you know. So it's not as convenient, but it is cheaper and it does exactly the same thing. I've got a couple couple of perfume or scent favorites. The first one that I picked up was this 3-piece set from Victoria's Secret. This is in the scent Love Spell. I've been using this for a couple of years now, and it's pretty much like one of my signature scents. It's very fruity, and honestly I'm so bad at describing scents, so I'm not even going to try. If you have a Victoria's Secret near you, just go in and smell these. Most people can recognize me by this scent now. It comes with a little one that you can put in your bag, and then a body mist, and also a fragrance lotion. Another scent that I got is the Pistachio Brulee. This one is from Urban Outfitters. I just kept going back to smell this. It was my last day or something in New York, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna go and buy it. I'm very happy with that decision because the smell's so good. It's a really sickly sweet scent, so if you don't like that, probably don't purchase this. These two items that I picked up from this awesome little store called Mojo Spa in Chicago, and I think their only physical store is in Chicago in Wicker Park. I found this item super interesting because it is basically scented candle, but when it melts you can use the wax, the melted wax, as a cream moisturizer. What? I know, right? I was so blown away by that concept. It was super cool. I tried it out in store and I was like, this is awesome. I can't leave without buying one of these. I'm the biggest sucker for scented candles. If you look into the corner of this room, I just have literally a small mountain of scented candles. And yeah, so I've added this one to the collection. I got it in the scent Quince, which is fresh peaches blended with citrus fruit. Another thing I picked up from Mojo Spa is the High Society Purifying Face Mask. I like face masks a lot. I just feel like I'm really pampering myself when I use them. This one is really nice. I've noticed that it makes my skin really soft. This is a hair dye that I bought when I was over there to dye my hair purple. If you've seen any of my Instagram pictures, this is the Jerome Russell Punky color in the color Violet, and I like this purple the best out of all their other ones. I did try grape as well, but grape was too magenta-y for my liking. I like a more cool-toned bluey purple, and this is perfect. And I've only used this much, and I've dyed my hair twice. These last two items I picked up in New York. Quick little story, I broke my phone the night before I flew into New York. So I didn't have a camera or anything like that to take photos with, and I was super alarmed, and I went to the nearest Walgreens and I picked up a disposable camera. So that's why I've got this little baby here. I actually have two of them, but one of them I've already sent off to have developed, but this one's still got 2 pictures or something left on it, and I don't know what to use it for. So I'm just gonna keep it around for a little bit. But little shout out to this guy for saving my tourist life while I was in New York. Last thing I picked up is this hat. It just says New York City, USA, and I picked this up in Brandy Melville in New York. I don't really like touristy things t-shirts and hats and earrings and shit like that, but I really like this hat. I actually think it looks quite nice. I've always acclaimed that I don't suit hats, but I tried this one on and I think it goes quite well with my head. I don't know, usually hats make my head look especially large, so I don't like to wear them, but I think this one is a winner. So that is the end of my USA haul part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I've got lots of fun things coming out, lots of videos that I really want to do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!